time she,
You sure that was right when she stopped the car?
yeah. Do you want us to tell stories?
Key's very easy to pick on.
On the scale of like 1 to very old, like on the scale of like 1 to dead.
Well, Key is a
In the middle.
I'd say she's medium.
Medium lady.
I'm still getting to know her.
You know, she and I used to jog together back when I was maybe,
She used to like buy gooey butter cake, but like from like the store, but then she'd like take it out and like put it in a pan to make it look like she made, like she
Really?
made.
Are you sure?
she believed anything we told her.
Key cannot cook. She can freeze the heck out of some stuff though, and then 10 years later come back and
She didn't spend a lot of time with elaborate recipes.
freezing. She's an excellent freezer. I think I said that.
I don't think I've ever seen her cook.
Nope. She can make tea.
Mom will always be known for her Indian corn stew.
Take out.
You know, there were times in the 70s when Dad was teaching night school when we would have Indian corn stew. Indian corn stew and meatloaf and yeah.
Of course, I always was upfront and honest.
and she didn't put weird stuff in like mushrooms.
No, it's not that bad.
You've never eaten with her? Come on.
She is extremely grounded and sure of who she is.
She is funny, but she doesn't know she's funny. She doesn't try to be funny. It's just
She likes to listen to classical music.
She's very comfortable in her role as a grandmother and in her relationships with her children.
well, she bailed on us early this morning.
And she's a great friend.
But you gotta watch her, she's slippery.
She really likes lemon poppy seed muffins.
And she's got a little moxie.
She's definitely one of the kindest people I've ever met. Didn't rub off.
She is huggable.
Oh, sweet, sweet lady. Loved her sons, all of her sons and daughters.
Follow your Tom.
So that's 3. Then we have Ellen.
And then Anne.
Matt.
Hello.
Is it Paul?
Matt Bryan.
I'm the last.
That's the order, actually. I get extra bonus points for that.
They were the 2 youngest, and there was more of an age difference between them and us than there was between any of us. So they kind of, in our opinion, got away with murder.
I mean, maybe somebody was in jail, for all I know. Brian was gone for a few years.
My older siblings will all say, "Oh, Brian, you were spoiled." Da, 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 da. I still have the bruises from my older brothers.
Sorry, Brian.
Well, first of all, we call her Key.
Why is she called Key?
Her youngest son, Brian, if I know the story correctly,
Brian was very young and used to call Mom Key.
and then it got shortened to Key, so we just call her Key.
She managed the home. I mean, there are all sorts of skills involved with that, but she kept 7 kids in line. I don't know how she did that.
She's got a sense of humor.
Going to Boston was always really fun because we had a big station wagon. We all piled in.
Whew, we used to load in the station wagon. We had an old Buick station wagon.
From hell.
Country Squire with the wallpaper wood paneling.
From hell.
And we didn't go that often. We would go maybe every 5 years, 6 years.
My mom would spend like 2 days before cleaning the whole house, making sure everybody got packed, everything was arranged. My dad would spend 2 days making peppers and egg sandwiches and wrapping them meticulously in wax paper.
He would be swearing in the kitchen for hours, making all that.
Again, 7 kids and 2 parents in a station wagon.
First of all, the car was scraping on the bottom of the road. There were so many of us in the car.
Because like neither of my parents liked to drive for very long. So we'd drive for like 2 hours and Dad would be like, I think we should stop and let's have some sandwiches. Let's have some peppers and egg sandwiches.
We'd try to save money. We'd pack all our own food, and then we'd get one room at the Holiday Inn.
So we'd stop and get back in the car, drive for another couple hours, and we'd stop for the night. It would literally take us 5 days to drive to Boston.
Check in. We weren't allowed to use the pool or go outside the room or do anything like that.
I have a vague recollection of this. We were driving through Washington, D.C.
We were driving. It was just us and Key in the car. And Key was driving. We were going to church, and there's a lady on the side of the road, like carrying groceries or something.
My aunt, my dad's sister-in-law, who was kind of this gruff Italian lady, she was in the car with us. And somebody cut us off, and my dad was driving. And so my aunt said, "Henry, you want me to give him the finger?"
And he pulled over, stopped the car, and just let the stranger, she gave the stranger a ride.
My mom just was scandalized. She's like, "Oh, Henry, no, don't. The children."
We were like holding hands in the back seat. We were so scared. When we got to church, my mom yelled at her because that's such a dangerous thing to do.
And had always told us about the dream she had of the Germans coming into her house, and she would throw mayonnaise at them because her mother would jar mayonnaise.
He's not saying that we're not allowed to.
Right, I was, okay.
He's saying no. He's saying he's saying no.
She's great as a mother-in-law. She's a really sweet person. It's very nice to be around.
When did I first meet Key? At
1995. You were driving over there with your mom and dad to meet her for the first time, and you had a
dinner
migraine.
with you guys that night?
The thing that I remember most about Key is the very first time I met her.
Yeah, we went to lunch at the pasta house. I went with Matt, and I think Larry was there, and your dad and your mom, and maybe Brian? Probably Brian, because it would have been pretty small.
I was still in Arizona, and you drove over there.
Oh, that's right. I went with my parents.
And you threw up on the side of the road.
And we had gotten in late. Our flight was late getting in. So it was, 9, 10 o'clock or so when we got to the house. And I just remember.
Well, thank you. Let's take that out.
Key answered the door.
Yeah, but she was a very friendly, welcoming person.
She had this white stuff just all over her face. When you meet somebody for the first time, that's very scary. Okay, is Anne gonna look like this? Is this her natural look? So it's first impression, you're not quite sure.
There were 5 boys, and one was sillier than the next.
I think she recognized early on that with 5 kids, then 6 kids, then 7 kids, that there were going to be certain areas of slippage maybe.
Well, I think she was a good manager, and as a mother of 7, she had a pretty big staff.
And at one point, I think she had 5 or 6 kids under the age of 10.
I think when I was younger, of course, I didn't want to be like her any way, shape, or form. But as a mother and as I get older, I think that the greatest thing that could happen to me would be to end up more like she is.
And now, I mean, my mom, her memory is so selective as to what she'll remember. And she'll always say, "Oh, you were all such good kids." But
none of us learned how to dust.
Thank you.
I don't know, you've never seen Gary before.
my mom and my dad, but more so my mom, she always had an incredibly compassionate, empathetic streak. Whether it was, for small animals in the neighborhood running around.
She used to love to run around the property. It was a pretty big property with her brothers and look for cats. She loves cats.
We both have very similar neuroses.
She's very easygoing, down to earth. People like her.
Hopefully she'd say faith-filled, I hope. I mean, I'm a priest for Christ's sake.
She's closest to God.
She loves to go to Mass. She loves to pray. She's a very holy lady.
She's incredibly prayerful. I mean, she prays a lot.
She should be a nun if she didn't have 7 children.
So Mom was raised in a time when a structured approach to religion was what everybody got as a kid, especially if the kid is a Catholic.
No, I was praying. She gets on me for that too.
She's always had very strong relationships with religious people in her life.
And she managed to internalize that more, I think, than a lot of other people did. For her, the things that she was taught and the practices that she learned and the things she memorized didn't just sort of roll off her tongue as ABCs.
Praying and sleeping and then praying and then sleeping, and it all kind of blends together.
I think there are just some people who see the presence of God in their lives more readily than other people, and it's a gift. And she was able to put the practice with the belief in a way that I've seen few people do. She's the closest person I've ever seen to a living saint.
She definitely is up for sainthood, whatever. However you get that.
Key is a very kind person. Can we say happy birthday, Key, or anything?
Okay, 1, 2,
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Key, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. Love you very much.
Just happy birthday, and that every Saturday she always comes and entertains us with all of her antics, and she's very fun to be around.
Happy birthday, Key!
Ma, happy birthday.
Happy 40th.
No more of this lying about being 39.
She always says she's 39.
Happy birthday, Key!
I can't imagine life with Ann and my family without you.
There's no one to replace you. There's no one ever like you.
Bob, I think you're a wonderful mother.
I hope it's an incredible day, Ma, of just celebrating with your family, and I really hope that you feel the love and care that we all have for you.
There's no way we can ever express to you everything that you've done for us through the years, how grateful we are.
Everything good that I know about being a mother comes from you.
And we're proud of you, and we're proud of who you are. We're proud of everything that you've been through, and we're so grateful for putting up with all of us for so long.
We love you, God bless you, and happy birthday.
Yeah, we love you. We love you.